Hey guys, codename Jitsu back with another video. So in today's video, I'm gonna rank the SpongeBob SquarePants characters from worst to best. Now look, I'm not gonna include all the characters, okay? I'm only gonna focus on the main 7 characters. Those being SpongeBob, Patrick, Squidward, Mr. Krabs, Plankton, Sandy, and Mrs. Puff. I'm not gonna include side characters like Larry, Squilliam, Fancy Sun, or even Pearl. I actually struggled whether I should include Pearl with the main cast. Like I made a decision to not include her. So yeah, I see her as a side character. I'm also not including Gary because I like Gary, don't get me wrong, but it's just not gonna make sense ranking him with the others. He's just a pet, he doesn't talk. I just don't know how to rank him alongside the others, okay? Because the others are full-fleshed characters with distinct personality. Gary, on the other hand, is SpongeBob's pet. I really like Gary, but he's not gonna be on the list. So again, I'm only gonna rank the main 7 SpongeBob characters from worst to best. And just know that the only character that I don't really like is the one at the bottom of my list. I think the others are great. I'm just not a big fan of the one that is on the bottom of my list. The others, I love them. I just consider some better than the others. So yeah, and just know everything here on the list is my personal opinion. So we don't have to agree. And I even encourage you to leave your ranking down in the comments. So yeah, so let's begin. So at number 7, I have Mr. Krabs. He is my least favorite character out of the main 7 characters of SpongeBob. He's the only character in SpongeBob that I don't like. I'm not a huge fan of him. I don't hate him, but I also don't like him. I just think he's an okay character. He's very greedy. He always puts money over everyone. He abuses SpongeBob. He was cheap about Pearl's birthday. Like, I'm not saying buy her something very expensive, but still, buy something that she likes. But he did none of that. I'm pretty sure me not liking Mr. Krabs was the point of the character. I feel like that was the point of the writers. That's is to make him unlikable. And I feel like they succeeded at that. He does have his moments though. I like him when he is a father figure to SpongeBob, such as in the episode where he was teaching him how to drive. It's not like he told SpongeBob, "You have to pay me after I teach you how to drive." No, he was just doing him a favor, which I really liked. Or when he's just telling SpongeBob and Squidward a story about his life back in the day. Or when he feels old and wants to be young again. Or when he's dating Mrs. Puff. Those I actually really like, but for most of the time, he's this very unlikable manager, okay, and an unlikable father and an unlikable character. Like this guy made Squidward become a carpet so everyone can wipe their shoes on him. Or when he was telling SpongeBob to write lies about the other characters so he can sell his new papers. Or when he told SpongeBob to stay all night in the wishing well so he can gather him money. So yeah, I'm pretty sure the character being unlikable was the point of the writers, and they succeeded at that. So yeah, I don't like Mr. Krabs, and him being unlikable was definitely the point of the character. I don't hate him though, he's just an okay character. Not good, not bad, just okay. He is a mediocre character. So at number 6 we have his girlfriend, Mrs. Puff. Now, Mrs. Puff isn't known for like tagging along with the other main 6 characters when it comes to ensemble episodes like Frozen Face Off or Ghouls Fools, or even when they went out of water in the SpongeBob movie Sponge Out of Water, or when they went to save SpongeBob in the SpongeBob movie Sponge on the Run when they went to Atlantic City. But she does appear a lot in SpongeBob. She isn't always with the main cast, but she still appeared on a lot of episodes. Especially now that they made her Mr. Krabs' girlfriend. She hates SpongeBob, she always goes to jail because of him. Like, whenever we get a SpongeBob and a Mrs. Puff episode, aka boarding school episodes, I know for sure I'm gonna have a fun time with the episode. I think she's a great character, okay? In 5, we have Sandy Cheeks. I really like Sandy. Her introduction episode was great. I love the fact that despite being the smartest person in Bikini Bottom, she still hangs out with SpongeBob and Patrick, who are idiots. I love a lot of moments when she cares about SpongeBob, like when she was coming to SpongeBob's home to take him to the doctor for the suds in the episode Suds, and she even cares about Patrick, like in the episode Valentine Day, when she and SpongeBob wanted to surprise Patrick with a gift. I love when we see her do karate with SpongeBob, how she was worried about him when he went missing in the episode Pre-Hibernation Week, or her saving SpongeBob in Karate Island. So yeah, she's a great character. She's smart, she invents stuff, she knows karate, and she's a good friend. So yeah, Sandy is a great character. And number 4, we have Plankton. I really like Plankton. But here's the thing. I like Plankton when he is an antagonist who just wants the formula, rather than a pure villain, okay, who wants to rule the world. I'm not a big fan of him in the SpongeBob SquarePants movie, with him being a villain who rules Bikini Bottom. I'm more fan of him when he's just trying to steal the formula so he can get customers. That's the Plankton I like. And they made him even better when they introduced Spot. He became his pet, so we get to see Plankton take care of him. So I really like that. I love his rivalry with Mr. Krabs, and by the way, just like Sandy, he's also smart to invent stuff, so I really like that. I really liked when we had a scene of Plankton and Sandy playing chess in the episode Mimic Madness. So yeah, Plankton is a great character. He has a lot of stuff going on, and also, just like Sandy, he had a great introduction episode titled Plankton. So yeah, I love Plankton. And number 3, I have Patrick Star, SpongeBob's idiot friend. Patrick is a good friend, well, most of the time. Despite being stupid, I really like the fact that SpongeBob always goes to him for advice, which is very funny. I like the fact that Patrick motivated SpongeBob to go ask for a job at the Krusty Krab. And he has a lot of funny moments, such as when he realized that Sandy's a girl, or the whole is mayonnaise an instrument, him being mad because he can't see his forehead, or when he is trying to think and you see smoke coming out of him, and when Squidward saw smoke come out of SpongeBob's house, he immediately realized that Patrick was thinking. It's just comedy gold. And him and SpongeBob, they are a great duo, okay? They are a great duo. They've known each other since they were kids, like we saw in the Camp Coral flashback and the SpongeBob movie, Sponge on the Run. So they really have a long history together, which I really like. So at number 2, I have SpongeBob. I mean, come on, he's the main character. The show is named after him. Of course he's gonna be high on the list. He's just a very lovable character, always optimistic, very positive, and he's just a great friend. He really loves his friends. He loves his job, he's always there for his friends, and I like when his friends are there for him in episodes like Mimic Madness and Appointment TV. So yeah, he always admits that Patrick is his best friend. He really likes Squidward, despite the fact that Squidward is always annoyed by him. He does karate with Sandy, sometimes he's there for Plankton, he loves his grandma, he's devoted to his work, so yeah. I really love SpongeBob. He's just a great character, a great main character. So at number 1 is Squidward. Yeah, Squidward is my favorite SpongeBob character. He's just very relatable, okay? He feels real. A lot of people could find themselves relate to Squidward, such as living with bad neighbors, his talent not being appreciated, working at a job he hates. A lot of stuff don't go right with him. So when he gets those victories, they just feel like events, such as when he won against Squilliam in the episode House Fancy. And in my opinion, the definitive ending to Squidward's journey is Band Geeks. To me, this episode takes place at the end of the show. Squidward's whole dream is to be an artist, seen by everyone, and he finally got that. This is, in my headcanon, the definitive ending to Squidward's journey. Every episode that came after Band Geeks takes place before Band Geeks. That's just my headcanon. So yeah, Squidward is a great character. He's my favorite SpongeBob character. He's so relatable. The more you grow up, the more you understand the guy. We all don't have it easy on our lives. We always have our moments where we feel down. But just like Squidward, there is always a light at the end of the tunnel. For Squidward, it was Band Geeks. So I'm done. This is my ranking of the SpongeBob characters from worst to best. I would love to know your ranking of the SpongeBob characters. Just leave your ranking down in the comments. So I'm done. So if you guys like this video, then give it a like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and I'll catch you all in the next video.